So, dude, we didn't know each other, what, 7, 8 months ago? We met, what, in Puerto Rico?
In Puerto Rico, yep.
And then we went to that little intimate mastermind, got to hang out, smoke some cigars,
Yeah.
became friends.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and now here we are sitting in your awesome boutique hotel, dude.
Number 3, by the way.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, thank you guys for being here. This is incredible. I think it is. It just kind of speaks to, being good people and being genuine and providing value and working with like-minded people.
Yeah.
I think it's just really, really important to lean on your network. I think what we found is that we offer certain things with our experience and expertise, and obviously you offer certain things, and it was just extremely important for Cassie and I to bring you and Austin and collaborate a little bit with Nick as well, and just kind of say, hey, here's what we're doing. We'd love to have you guys come visit, and here we are.
Yeah.
And I think that just kind of speaks to the people that you guys are and the power of masterminds.
Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that, man, because and I speak for myself, but one of the reasons why I got so attracted to you, your personality, was your abundant mindset. You're just willing to give. Like, look, you brought us out here to show us, to share. Like, I picked up a couple tips for our hotel that I'm like, oh, crap, I need to implement this, right? And that wouldn't happen if, like, we wouldn't have met at a mastermind, networked, got to hang out, get to know each other on an intimate level, but more than anything, be willing to share.
Yeah.
Be willing to share is the biggest part.
Yeah, and that's, we were talking, Cass and I went to lunch, we were having a little trouble in one of our municipalities, so we went to lunch with the mayor, and he's like, some people just take it so personal about their neighbor being their competition. I was like, no, those are our allies. Yeah. We're all servicing the same crowd.
Yep.
We all want to be successful, so why not do it with our own network? And I think some of the just, particular details about this property that we kind of went right into after just talking with you is like how to incorporate more of the virtual experience for us as owners. What does that include? That includes the cameras, the remote door lock systems, some of the VA for customer service and stuff like that. So ideally you'd have them all running fully remote, but it's just not completely realistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think people just need to understand that you're going to have some lumps along the way, and I think here we are getting ready to start peak season in the mountains of North Carolina. We bought this thing 4 or 5 months ago. It was really important for Cassie to get this thing done and online because we wanted to have some time to kind of test run some things and see what was going to work, what's the feedback, and be able to make those corrections before we get to peak season and be able to capitalize on the experience for the guest.
Let's talk about that for a little bit then. I'd like to know the type of feedback, good and bad, that you've received that's helped you make this place better. Like, what are some of the things that you've had?
Well, the negative feedback is, there's no office, and some of our people, our guests, have been, they pull up, they want to come in and talk to somebody and this and that. That's just not the, the brand that we're creating. That's not the experience we're offering to folks. So that's kind of been one thing. The other thing, we haven't had any issues with connectivity or internet. That was one of the things we addressed early. We were having issues with folks only having 2 towels. So how do we solve that? We put a guest closet downstairs, give them an access code so they can go open that closet up, get whatever it is they need, toothbrush, combs, more shampoo, more towels. But what we've learned is these people are just emptying this thing out.
Yeah.
I mean, we spent like an hour just looking at camera footage and was like, why did they take their suitcase to the closet? He's like, I need 32 toothbrushes.
Yeah.
I need all the combs. I need 10 more towels. It's like, what are you doing? You know? And it's like, they just feel like, not everybody's doing it, but some folks. The same with the lounge. But that's really been about it. It's just, it just not being a manned hotel. Some of our other properties, we have folks that are expecting to get their room cleaned, every day or in between service. But again, that's part of setting the expectation, with your check-in guidelines. But that's really been about it. Just kind of some of the feedback is, hey, how do you work the TV? Well, that was because we had the sign in the wrong location, like we talked about. Instead of having the sign on the back of the door, now it's either next to the TV or next to the light switch.
All right, so something I noticed that was really cool and really unique, the binoculars. Let's talk about that for a second, because like even here sitting through this window, right, I see this awesome view.
Yeah.
So I want to know a little bit of what popped that into existence, and how has the feedback been for the guests?
Yeah, so at this particular property, we're right here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. We're overlooking Chimney Rock. And so when we actually purchased this from the previous seller, who the reason he sold was he was diagnosed with a terminal illness, and so he's like, I just want to cash out and go live in Vegas and play poker every day. So, but the binoculars were here, and that was a feature we were like, oh man, what a great idea.
Yep.
And the guests have absolutely loved them so much that half of them have gone with them when they've left. But it's been spectacular. That's actually one of the main things that comes back in the reviews. One is the little seating area we've given folks, a little divider in between, so they feel like they have their own private porch. And then having the binoculars right there, they're just like, this just makes the experience so much better. They don't have to, one, they don't have to go buy them, and two, they don't have to walk up the damn mountain.
Yeah, dude, I saw the waterfall and I was like, that's a great view. But with the binoculars, I'm like probably like, wow,
Yeah.
it's probably awesome. So it's
Yeah.
very, very, very unique and very nice touch for sure.
Yeah, it's just the little attention to details, and that,
Yeah.
like, again, that's something that Cassie was like, we got to keep that.
Yeah.
And I 100% agree. But the one thing, again, you don't take these things in consideration. Is just how many things just go missing.
Yeah.
Another cool little feature was, she found on Amazon these little charger ports and plugs. It's not just one or the other; it has both, and those have started walking off too. But that's just part of improving the experience for guests.
Amenities, man, for sure.
Well, yeah, in this area, you'll see that there's, it's kind of a trending area right now. There's another 5 to 10 other hotels. But what you'll notice that is not going on down there is most of them are not updated. They're not renovated. I can guarantee you they're not giving the guests the binoculars or the welcome mat that has the hotel name on it, or just some other, like this bed we're sitting underneath.
Yeah.
How cool is this? You've got great use of space with a king size bed, and then you've got this really cool bunk bed. You still have seating.
Yep.
I think that's what's important to these older boutique style hotels that we're converting into more of a unique modern experience for folks. Is you don't just have just the bed to sit on. You've got some other areas that you can hang out, you can work, whatever it is that you want to do, and you can also bring your child or whatever.
Great
you
use
want
of
to put up
space, 100%.
there. These details are how we're helping differentiate ourselves and have a better experience for our guests.
Yeah, I love that, man, for sure. I've walked quite a bit of hotels, and I got to tell you, this is nice. You guys, attention to detail is spot on, attention to the customer is spot on, and use of space is spot on. So
Appreciate it,
great
brother.
job, man.
Nice.